I've been a full-time crypto trader for coming up on 4 years now. I've pretty much made every single mistake that you can make. Fast forward those 8 years that I've been in trading, and I'm at a point where trading is second nature to me. I can kind of just look at a chart and know where it's going to go. This past week inside of the Discord, I've hit some amazing trades. We've had a 100% win rate this past week, not only with myself, but also our other pro analysts. So in this video, I want to go through an entire recap of the week, of the trades that I've called in real time. This is a skill that lasts a lifetime, and it's changed my life. I know it can change your life as well. Now, before we jump into this video, I do want to say, if you guys want to get access to my own personal trades that I'm calling in real time, as well as get access to the indicators that I have developed, make sure to click the first link in the description below. So we're going to start with the trade on Bitcoin. This is a textbook accumulation, manipulation, and distribution pattern playing out here, otherwise known as my manipulation model, otherwise known as a failure and reclaim. A lot of words for this. We enter the trade on a 1 hour inverse right here with our stop loss at the swing low, with a DCA at the local golden pocket. So that brings our average entry right down to the middle. I didn't get in this DCA because I was not awake and I didn't set a limit order. So my entry was right here, but if you had listened to me, your average entry would be somewhere around here. This trade is still running, but we did take one partial take profit. But the target for this trade is going to be the all-time high. This is just a textbook setup. Any one of you guys watching this video can learn the strategy. It's stupid simple. And my manipulation indicator also called this trade to a T. So first thing I did, looking at a higher time frame, we're in price discovery, meaning Bitcoin is making new all-time highs. We're continuously breaking structure to the upside. Even onto like a daily time frame here, right? We've broken this key market structure with a strong displacement move to the upside. So my bias is long. Whenever an asset is in price discovery, making new all-time highs, my bias is going to be long until proven otherwise. So I have a higher time frame bias going into the trade, and then I enter on a lower time frame. So the entry here was very simple. Okay, I saw we had a daily fair value gap. You can go down to a 4 hour time frame to refine it. So this was the area that I was looking for price to tap into. I was actually eyeing the setup for quite some time. Now, how did I know that price was going to respect this 4 hour fair value gap and not break lower? Well, it's because of this formation right here. Whenever you see price accumulating before your point of interest, it is often a sign that price is going to sweep into this level and react from this level back to the upside. This is also referred to as a corrective or a sweeping pullback. I also saw we had this major pivot low or external liquidity level here, which lied just above our point of interest. So my thesis going into this trade was I'm gonna wait for price to sweep this low and enter on the reclaim of this low. At this point, I went down to a lower time frame to look for my entry. What I'm doing now is looking for a few different pieces of confluence. Number one, I'm looking for bullish momentum, which you can see here on our easy oscillator indicator. Our oscillator was oversold as volume was increasing to the upside. And I was waiting for a 1 hour reclaim of these lows that we had swept. Right, so we had swept this low right here and this low right here. All I was waiting for was a reclaim of this low with a bullish inversion or a bullish inverse fair value gap, which our algorithm called right here. That was my entry trigger. Stop loss at the low, DCA in the middle. Took around 50% at a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I usually have a higher risk to reward, but because we already had a profitable ETH trade, I just wanted to lock in some more profits. And we also had low resistance liquidity above, meaning we had some equal highs above that price is most likely going to gravitate towards because this is a strong draw on liquidity. I actually just made a video on what a strong draw on liquidity looks like, but an equal high is always a strong draw on liquidity. So I had multiple pieces of confluence. We were delivering from a 4 hour fair value gap, taking out external lows, reclaiming that level with the manipulation model and bullish momentum. That was my entry there on Bitcoin. Like I said, this trade is still running and my final take profit is going to be the all-time high. And now jumping into this ETH long position, unfortunately, I did get stopped at break even after my TP1, which happens. This one ended up actually running to my final take profit target. It is what it is. This was still a winning trade, so let's jump into it. Same exact thesis on this trade, right? Going to a higher time frame. Structure is obviously bullish. Obvious strength here on Ethereum, right? Ethereum is looking very strong. We're breaking structure to the upside, and we have our draw on liquidity here at this range high. Jumping down to a 1 hour time frame, I entered this using the manipulation model. It's textbook, guys. It's the same setup every single time. So I saw a sweep of external liquidity that our algorithm also marked. This was just an A+ setup. We had a sharp move down, taking out 2 sets of liquidity, right? This external and also this internal low with a V-shaped reversal into that inverse fair value gap. And we had a clear bullish divergence here on our chart, right? Momentum is increasing as price is making a lower low. This discrepancy in price and momentum is referred to as a bullish divergence. All the boxes are ticked off. We enter the trade right here. Stop loss to break even at the most recent structure high. This risk to reward was way too low to move my stop loss to break even. So I think I moved my stop loss to break even at this high right here. TP1 at this high right here. Took around 40% off the table right here at around a 1.5 risk to reward. Second take profit at this range high, which we unfortunately did not tag into. There will be times when you get stopped at break even though your thesis can be correct. But the good thing about moving your stop loss to break even after TP1 is that if price were to continue going down, we would have secured profits for this trade, which we did. So a winning trade's a winning trade, can't complain. The two main strategies I teach are the manipulation model and the 1-2 setup. The great thing about this model, guys, is that you actually could have gotten a re-entry here right at our golden pocket fib, even going down to a lower time frame, right? You can see the same thing happening on a lower time frame. We have a sweep of liquidity here into that inverse fair value gap with bullish momentum. So price is all fractal, right? There's not a best time frame, although I do like higher time frame trading, but the strategies that I teach work across any time frame. And I prove it to you guys every single day on this YouTube channel, literally posting results over and over and over again. This is the power of having a system in place and following your rules. So if you wanted to catch the re-entry, it would have been a sweep of this low into that inverse fair value gap. Another beautiful trade there on Ethereum. And the final trade that we got into was this long position right around here on Suie. And this one ended up hitting our take profit target at around a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward. We're making higher highs and higher lows on a daily time frame. I saw we had this very clear equal high here on Suie. So we had one high right here and a second high that did not take out this first high. This is a strong draw on liquidity. Now, even though we have our draw on liquidity, we still want to wait for a retrace for entry. This was a simple breakout and retest. If I look left here, I can see we had a key level with price history. So you can see that we broke out of this level, created that equal high, and we were yet to retest this level that we had broken out of. You can see if you look left that this level has a ton of price history here, meaning price has respected this level multiple times in the past. It is most likely going to respect this level once again in the future. So boom, we get our retrace to that level right into our optimal trade entry, which is the golden pocket fib. Again, if we go down to a lower time frame, we can see that we've also swept this liquidity. This is also a corrective pullback or an ABC correction down to our level, taking out this liquidity. Bullish divergences on our oscillator on the 1 hour. That was our confirmation trigger. We also got the buy signal on our algo. Now, I entered this with DCA, but if you were to enter it based on my criteria when I sent the signal out, this would be your entry and this would be your stop loss at the swing low, targeting this high right here, moving your stop loss to break even at the most recent structure high. We're looking for the same things every single time. We're marking out our key levels. We're looking for a sweep of liquidity. We're looking for a reclaim with bullish momentum or bullish divergences, and we're entering the trade. The reason that these trades worked is because I had a high time frame bias and I understood where my draw on liquidity was for each of these trades. On all of these trades, we were taking out retail before entering using the manipulation model, meaning we're waiting for a swing failure pattern or a sweep of low and then a reclaim for entry. Textbook model, guys. It's not super difficult. I know it's easier said than done when you're watching YouTube videos and you're looking at trades in hindsight. But all of these trades I'm posting in real time, it's the same exact setup every single time. So when people comment on my videos and say that my strategies or my systems are repetitive, the reason why I'm consistently going over the same entry models, showing you guys the same exact trades, is because this system is proven. There's so many confluences that you're waiting for. Yeah, you might not get a trade every single day, but when you do get a trade, it's going to be a high probability trade. It's going to be an A+ setup, and it's most likely going to hit take profit. These don't even account for Jay's trades or Neil's trades or Hawk's trades. Like I said, I think we're like 12 for 12 this past week inside the Discord. Hopefully you guys are finding value from these trade breakdowns and from these walkthroughs and really understanding the thought process behind these trades and try to replicate this yourself. Again, you don't need to be in my group. You don't even need my indicators, although they really do help. I mean, especially for the momentum. I always use momentum as part of my entry criteria, but it's not necessary, right? Like you guys can use these systems and strategies that I'm teaching you guys and get these same exact results. Beautiful week inside of the Discord. Not every week is gonna be winning. Not every week is gonna have such smooth price action like we've seen this past week. If I could give one piece of advice to anyone watching this, it's wait for your A+ setups, write down your rules, set alerts at levels, don't FOMO trades, don't have money-based goals, have action-based goals. Instead of thinking, I want to make X amount of dollars this week trading, think to yourself, I wanna take 3 high probability setups this week, okay? And only wait for those A+ setups. And you guys are gonna be surprised at how much money you're making once you shift your goal from a monetary goal, such as a certain dollar amount or a certain percent amount, to an action-based goal. That's gonna be it for me in this video. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment down in the comment section below if you have watched the video all the way to the end. Click the first link in the description below if you guys wanna join my trading group. We are WAP verified. There's only a select few groups on the Watt platform that are verified by the team. If you guys are looking to further your trading, there's no better place to be. So click the first link in the description below, subscribe to the channel for more trading content, and I'll see you guys next video.